So our today's topic is pigeon pea. Pigeon pea. Okay. So let's start our discussion with the topic pigeon pea. We will start our discussion with common name. Common name of pigeon pea is arhar. In Hindi we call it as arhar. We also call it as tur. Other common names are red gram and Congo pea. Okay. Now let's talk about its botanical name. The botanical name of pigeon pea is 𝘀𝘁𝗃𝗃. 𝘀𝘁𝗃𝗃. Okay. Now we will talk about its family. The family of pigeon peas, this all pulses come under Leguminosae family. Leguminosae family, okay. Nowadays this Leguminosae family is also called as 𝗴𝗿𝗶𝘀. So don't get confused. Now let's talk about its chromosome number. 2n equals to 22. The question might not be asked directly about chromosome number, but they ask about the endosperm. So in all angiosperm, endosperm equals 3n. So you can easily calculate the chromosome number in the endosperm. Okay. Now most important point. Whenever I will use this symbol, then that's a VVI point. So our VVI point is origin. Okay. Origin of pigeon pea is Africa, South Africa. Okay. Now let's talk about inflorescence. Inflorescence axillary raceme. In all pulses the inflorescence is axillary raceme. Okay. Now again one most important point related to pigeon pea is often cross pollinated plant. Often cross pollinated plant. Pigeon pea is a short day plant. As it's a kharif crop, all kharif crops are short day plants, okay, and pigeon pea is a C3 plant. All the 3 points are BVI. You know what this often pollinated means? Actually, on the basis of pollination, plants are divided into 3 groups. First one is self-pollinated, other one is cross-pollinated, and the third one is often cross-pollinated. In the self-pollinated plant, crossing over percentage is 5% or less than 5%. In cross-pollinated plant, crossing over percentage is 100%. All the plants have crossing over. And in often cross-pollinated plants, crossing over is approx 30% or greater than 30%. Okay. So be clear about it. Don't get confused. Now again the most important point is early maturing variety. Early maturing variety. This is oftenly asked in the exam. 2 examples of early maturing variety are UPAS 120. It attains its maturity in 120 days, and the next most important early maturing variety is Prabhat. Okay, just remember it. Hybrid released by IC. Okay. Hybrid released by ICRISAT. That hybrid is ICPH8. This is also oftenly asked in exam. And you all know that pigeon pea is a drought resistant plant. Highest drought resistant. Okay. Next most important point is wilt resistant variety. The wilt resistant variety is Mukta. Wilt resistant variety is Mukta. In all pulses, protein percentage is VVI. Protein percentage. In pigeon pea, protein percentage is 25%. Okay? 25%. It's 25. Let me write it clearly. 25%. Now we will talk about germination. In pigeon pea, germination is of hypogeal type. Okay. Pigeon pea is also called as mini fertilizer crop. Mini fertilizer crop because it needs a very minimal amount of fertilizer. Okay. Okay. Now again a VBI point. Maximum area. production, productivity. In all the three, productivity is more important. Maximum area is in Maharashtra. Okay, in productivity, two major states are there, Maharashtra and UP. Sorry, in production, two major states are there, Maharashtra and UP. Productivity is maximum, or you can say productivity is highest in Bihar. So this is BBI. Now we will talk about its species on the basis of morphological character and maturity. Now this morphological character, it means we are talking about height, seed per pod, and in maturity we are talking about the ripening days, in how many days the plant get matured. So there are two species. First one is 𝘀𝗫𝗃𝗃 and the second one is 𝘀𝗫𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Okay, we will talk about some of its peculiar features. So let's talk about late maturing variety. This 𝘀𝗫𝗃𝗃𝗃 is late maturing variety. Late maturity. Its flavors, don't get confused. Oh, let me write it clearly. Okay, this is a early maturing variety. This is a early maturing variety. This is a long plant height. These have short plant height. They have 4 to 5 seed per pod, and they have 2 to 3 seed per pod. Okay, these are mainly cultivated in North India. These are mainly cultivated in South India. So it's very easy to remember it. Now the next not the most important, just the next point is soil and climate. So let's talk about climate. As you know, it's a kharif crop, so it requires a warm climate. Okay, if we talk about soil, they need clay, loam soil. Okay, and the pH should be between 6 to 7.5. They require slightly alkaline soil. Best temperature for germination is between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, now we will talk about sowing time. Sowing time of pigeon pea is first fortnight of June. Fortnight, it means 1 to 14 days of any month. If we talk about seed rate of pigeon pea, then it's 12 to 15 kg per hectare. When we talk about seed treatment, guys, I am writing in front of you, so you must write. To have a better memory and to grasp the things for more longer time, then you must write with me. Okay, seed treatment is done by the FIR method. Okay, FIR method. Here the F stands for fungi, I stands for insecticide, and R stands for rhizobium. This FRI method is also used in chickpea seed treatment. Okay, so remember it. Seed treatment is also done with 𝗃𝗏 or capan with 3 gram per kg of seed. Okay, now we will talk about spacing. Spacing is 60 into 20 centimeters square. This is the row to row distance, and this is the plant to plant distance. So our next point of discussion is plant population. Again, questions come on this point. Plant population. Plant population of pigeon pea is 55,000 plant per hectare in kharif crop. In some states, pigeon pea is planted in winter season, that is rabi crop. If pigeon pea is planted as rabi crop, then the plant population is 3.33 lakh per hectare. Okay, when we talk about fertilizer, that's not a much important point. Definitely we will talk about NPK. As we know, it requires a minimum amount of fertilizer, so the ratio should be 20:40:20. kg per hectare. Irrigation. It's a drought tolerant crop. Drought tolerant crop mostly depend on rain. Okay. Still, if someone wants to irrigate it, then it should be provided with the 2 irrigation at reproductive phase. Reproductive stage. Weed management. Weed management. Mostly a pre-plant herbicide is used. Pre-plant herbicide is used, and the most commonly used pre-plant herbicide is fluchlorelline. Fluchlorelline. Its trade name is Vaseline. Okay. This is not much important, but you must remember fluchlorelline. Now we will talk about harvesting. This pigeon pea is harvested 120 to 130 days after sowing. 120 days. Early maturing varieties mature within 120 days. Harvesting index. Just remember the harvesting index of pigeon pea is lowest among pulses, and its harvesting index is 19%. You must be wondering what this harvesting index is. In short, it is written as HI. The formula of calculating harvesting index is grain yield upon biological yield. Biological yield into 100. Now again, some of you will have the confusion about what is this biological yield. This biological yield is grain yield plus straw. Okay, now hope it is quite clear to you. When we talk about yield, the yield is 20 to 25 quintal per hectare and is stored. At last we have to store it after harvesting, stored at 12% moisture content. Okay, 12% moisture content. This channel will provide you entire content for BSc Agriculture 4-year course. So do subscribe the channel, like the video and share the video with your friends. Thank you. In last, I would like to revise you the most important points. The most important points which you definitely should remember are origin. Tell me what it is. It is South America. Early maturing variety example UP-AS 120 and Prabhat. Definitely remember it. Harvesting index is 19%. Why it is important? Because it is lowest among pulses. Hybrid variety released by icar. Do answer me in the comment section. Protein percentage. Do answer me right now in the comment section. Pigeon pea is highest drought tolerant among pulses. Okay. In the comment section, write the example of wilt resistant